A mudslinging from a former president who could be indicted for a fourth time any day now.
Former President Donald Trump is now claiming Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis had an inappropriate relationship with a gang member.
Trump's comments come as Willis's office prepares to possibly indict either him or his allies or both for allegedly interfering with Georgia's 2020 presidential election. Atlanta News First political reporter Doug Reardon is live tonight outside the Fulton County Courthouse. Doug.
Yeah, good evening, guys. Before we get to those comments, we've been showing you this for days. Things here at the Fulton County Courthouse are really locked down tight. 2 rows of barriers in anticipation of any announcement that could be just days away. We talked to an attorney today about the former president's comments on District Attorney Fani Willis here in Fulton County. He said it may not be such a good idea for the former president to be going after prosecutors the way he is.
He's kind of towing a thin line and kind of putting himself like in the lion's den with this.
Atlanta attorney J. Edward Shipp says former President Donald Trump isn't doing himself any favors by provoking the state and federal prosecutors pursuing cases against him. Here's what Trump said about pending indictments in Georgia and Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis at a campaign rally in New Hampshire Tuesday night.
And I probably have another one. They say there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. She's a racist. And they say, I guess they say that she was after a certain gang, and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member.
Trump was referring to Willis's ongoing prosecution of alleged Atlanta gang YSL. Her office didn't respond to requests for comment on Wednesday. While Trump is within his rights to make the statements, Shipp says it's not something he would recommend.
The last thing I would want any of my clients to do is to get in a public space and say, hey, the prosecutor is, sleeping with this person, or they're doing this or whatever, especially when I know I have to face that person, the following week or anytime in the future.
Last week, the Trump campaign started running these ads featuring Willis and other prosecutors who've already issued indictments against him. Shipp says there could be legal consequences for Trump's words.
He's probably going to end up with a protective order not to speak or disparage the prosecutors, or not to intimidate the prosecutors, any witnesses.
And just a few minutes before we came live on air here, we received a forward of an email that District Attorney Willis had sent to her staff. I'm going to read just a little bit of it. She says, "We have a job to do. In this office, we prosecute based on the facts and the law. The law is nonpartisan, and you should feel no need to defend me." That, of course, in response to those comments and the ad that the Trump campaign is running. Fani Willis is expected to present this case in front of a grand jury sometime next week. We're live outside the Fulton County Courthouse. Doug Reardon, Atlanta News First.